In this episode, we're going to take a look at how and why we prune bonsai trees. I'm here at a nursery where we specialize in growing and selling bonsai. If you're new here, welcome. We make videos about all aspects of bonsai, so please subscribe to support us. Over the course of a bonsai's life, it will undergo several structural changes. In order to maintain the shape that we desire, we perform two types of pruning. The first is maintenance pruning, which is used to keep your bonsai refined and sustained. This can be done throughout the growing season. The second type is structural pruning, which is more radical in nature. It's done once per year and is used to establish and maintain the foundation of your tree. This should be done in early spring or late fall, depending on the species of tree. Today, we're going to focus on structural pruning. While you can prune throughout the year, you only have one chance to do a structural prune in the dormant season. So it's important to know what you want to accomplish before you get started. Some people say that you can't prune a bonsai too much, but that couldn't be further from the truth. Overpruning can be just as damaging as underwatering or overwatering. The goal of pruning is to remove unwanted growth while maintaining the health and beauty of your tree. If you prune too much, you'll end up with an unhealthy tree that may never recover. Here are 3 things to consider before you prune. 1. Know the species of your tree. This will help you understand its natural shape. Every species has a different growth habit, so it's important to prune accordingly. For example, pines grow in a more upright fashion with longer internodes, whereas maples have a more horizontal growth habit with shorter internodes. When in doubt, research your particular species or ask a local expert. 2. Take a step back and look at the tree as a whole. Where is the tree's center of gravity? How are the branches balanced? Is the tree too top-heavy? Does it lean one way or another? These are important questions to ask before pruning. After all, you want to maintain a healthy, attractive tree. And if you don't have the big picture in mind, you may make a mistake. 3. Look at the tree from many angles. Just like when you were in grade school and the teacher would say, "Stand up and read." You want to walk around the tree and read it from all angles. Walk around the tree and observe its shape from all sides. What looks good from one angle may not look good from another, so be sure to examine it thoroughly. Once you have a good idea of the tree's shape, you can begin to prune. The best time to prune most deciduous trees is in late fall or early spring. This allows you to see the framework of the tree without leaves getting in the way. The exception to this rule is when you're working with live or greenwood. Live or greenwood pruning is the practice of growing and training a bonsai in a pot. This is different than growing a tree in the ground because the root system is confined. This means that you can prune greenwood or livewood during the growing season. However, you must be careful not to overprune. A general rule of thumb is to remove no more than 20% of the tree's foliage in any given pruning. Before you start pruning, disinfect your pruners. You can do this by wiping them down with a cloth that has been soaked in a mild cleaning solution such as dish soap. Once your pruners are clean, give them a quick drying with a paper towel. Now you're ready to prune. There are 3 basic cuts in bonsai pruning: the thin cut, the medium cut, and the heavy cut. 1. Thin cut. The thin cut is used to remove small twigs or buds. This cut is usually less than ½ inch long. Use the tip of your pruners to make a smooth, angled cut. Be sure to cut just above a leaf or twig junction. 2. Medium cut. The medium cut is used to remove slightly larger twigs. This cut is usually between ½ inch to 1 inch long. Make sure to cut just above a leaf or twig junction at an angle. 3. Heavy cut. The heavy cut is used for the larger branches. These are usually more than 1 inch in diameter. Make sure to cut at least 2 inches above a leaf or twig junction. You may need to use a pruning saw for this cut. Do not pull off large chunks of bark. If this happens, you may damage the tree. Now let's go over the 5 basic pruning techniques. The goal of these techniques is to maintain the tree's health and beauty. They also help to establish the tree's shape and balance. Number 1, simply removing dead, diseased, or damaged branches. This helps to maintain the tree's health and appearance. Number 2, removing crossing branches. This helps to promote strong, healthy growth. Crossing branches can rub against each other and cause damage. Not only that, but they compete for resources, and this results in weaker growth. Number 3, removing water sprouts or vigorous sprouts that grow straight up. These are the result of excessive pruning or other stress on the tree. They may also be the result of grafting. Sometimes these branches are undesirable and their presence can ruin the aesthetics of your bonsai. 4, removing suckers or shoots that grow from the trunk below the graft. Suckers are the result of a tree attempting to reproduce. This is undesirable in bonsai. Removing them redirects the tree's energy towards healthy growth. And 5, shortening back or heading back branches that are too long. This helps to maintain the tree's shape and encourage branching. Shortening back branches can help to fill out a bonsai and make it more aesthetically pleasing. However, do not shorten back a branch too far. You do not want to create a stag head. A stag head is when a branch has been pruned back too far and it resembles the antlers of a deer. One of the most common mistakes beginners make is pruning too hard. This can shock the tree and cause deback. This occurs when the ends of branches turn brown and crispy and eventually fall off. If this happens, do not panic. Simply learn from your mistakes and move on. Pruning is a skill that takes time and practice to master. Another common mistake is not providing adequate follow-up care. After pruning, your tree will be stressed and it needs your help to recover. Be sure to follow up with appropriate watering and fertilizing. This will help your tree bounce back from pruning faster. Structural pruning is an important part of bonsai cultivation. By following the tips outlined in this video, you can ensure that your tree stays healthy and attractive. Do not be afraid to experiment and find what works best for you and your tree. With time and patience, you'll be able to achieve the desired look for your bonsai. Please remember to support us. We love making videos about bonsai, and we hope you enjoy watching them. But creating these videos takes a lot of time and effort, so please subscribe and leave us a comment to let us know what you think. We appreciate your support, and we look forward to bringing you more bonsai content in the future. Thank you for watching.